Congratulations to you, sir, on receiving the Rajyotsava Award 2024. You have contributed immensely towards the ecosystem and the wetlands and the conservation of wetlands also. Can you please talk about few of your contributions?
Award is a recognition of the effort put by the for the long term by the students of my research school. We have done the long-term monitoring of the Western Ghats. We have been successful in understanding the linkages between the vegetation cover and the water availability and the people livelihood. The study shows that wherever the vegetation or native species occur, the water is available in the wells and water body for 12 months, which also empowers the local farmers to grow the multiple crops, and they earn about 1,54,000 rupees per acre per year. Whereas in the degraded catchment, where the vegetation cover is less than 30%, the water availability is only for during the monsoon of 4 months or 5 months, and because of that, the farmers can grow only one crop, which they earn only about 32,000 rupees per acre per year. This highlights the need for sustaining the vegetation cover or the conservation of the fragile Western Ghats to sustain the water availability in the region. Now, with the changes in climate happening at global level, the Western Ghats is also experiencing the erratic rainfall. With the erratic rainfall and high intensity rainfall, there are floods in the region as the vegetation cover has degraded. For example, Western Ghats, we have lost about 45% vegetation cover over the last 5 decades, which has resulted in the flooding of the region. When the region loses the vegetation cover, not enough infiltration of the water happens because the high amount of water flows on the whole land, there is a flooding, and consequence of the flooding is the landslides and mudslides. You know, the recent episodes of what happened in Wayanad and the Kodagu and the parts of the Uttar Kannada and Shivamogga is a reminder of the unplanned developmental activity that has been practiced in the country over the last the 7 decades, which has resulted in the large-scale deforestation in the region, which has also contributed to the livelihood, affecting the livelihood of the people. So my advice to the people is the planners is as long as we cover the landscape with the native species of vegetation cover, people will have the water and the life. When we degrade the catchment, then we will not have the water throughout the year, and people have to pay the price for that. This is one of the important the research outcome of the research that has been done by our group over the last 3.5 decades. Now, we also have tried to reach the destination of the policy making through by developing the Western Ghats spatial decision support system, wherein the user can visualize the eco-sensitive villages at the district level, at the taluk level, and also get the details at the village level, which helps in policy making and also implementing the conservation measures. This portal was launched on 14th the July 2024 on the occasion of the K.V. Subarna the memorial lecture at the Shivamogga, and within the month of the launching of the portal, we noticed that there was a question in the parliament about the Western Ghats research, and also a committee from the ministry visited our lab seeking for the more details on the Western Ghats spatial decision support system. That highlights that we have been successful in taking the science to the advocacy and policy making.
You're a Wetland Authority, National Wetland Authority Committee, and you're also a member for Karnataka State as well as Kerala State Wetland Authority. Has your decisions or your sciences proven any decision making or contributed to the decision making of a government?
In fact, I'm quite happy the studies that research what we have carried out in the Western Ghats region. The Aganashni, for example, over the last 3 decades, we could document the flora and fauna, and because of the good data support, and we could establish the number of fauna that the visits there, the bird species that visits there. We were successful in bringing it to the notice of the Ramsar Wetland Authority and also the Ministry of Environment and Forest. Because of the sustained research in the region and the long-term monitoring, helped in getting the good database, which helped in convincing the authorities to get the Ramsar the status to the Aganashti estuary. On 30th January 2024, the Aganashti estuary was included as a Ramsar wetland of international importance. Along with that, other two wetlands in Karnataka, the Alkasamudra and the Kaveri area are also included. As a member of the committee, I could convince the system about the importance of the wetland and need for conservation. That is where we have been successful in communicating to the decision maker the importance of the wetland through the long-term monitoring and the sincere effort and dedicated by the dedicated team of the young soldiers who are working with me. That is where we need to have for the conservation of the ecosystem, we need to have a dedicated force. That is where the more and more youngsters taking up the science will help in identifying the ecologically fragile regions of the ecosystem, so that which provide us the food, water and livelihood. If we want to live longer, we need to protect the ecosystem. That's where if you look at the services provided by the Aganashni estuary, per year it provides the ecosystem services worth 1 million rupees per hectare per year. That highlights the significance of the ecosystem and the contribution done by the ecosystem. So in the name of the GDP, we should not the degrade the ecosystem. If we are talking about the GDP of the country as the kind of the status of the economic status of the country, I would suggest the government that we need to have a green GDP incorporating the degradation cost of the ecosystem when you implement a certain developmental project. This concept we have been successful in communicating to the government through a case study of Karnataka. We have done the ecosystem services valuation for forest ecosystem, agriculture, and the wetland ecosystem, the district wise, and that has been published by the Springer Publisher and which was launched on the 30th October 2024.
Thank you, sir, for your extended contribution towards the science and technology. And this is a great award and a well-deserved award from the Karnataka state government to you. And also, thank you for initiating the Green GDP. And hopefully, we will see you again with another award in the coming days.